Alright, today we will be discussing a secret match type in Amazon, which is broad modifier. And I'll show you how we can utilize it and why we should be utilizing it to get more efficient campaigns. So let's just start right away. So first of all, let's just start with the current match types we have in Amazon, and basically I'll just go with the basic ones. It is broad, phrase, and exact, and I will come back to the broad modifier right after this one. So with the broad one, what we are seeing is that, let's say that we are targeting red shirt, right? So what we are going to see from the search term report is that this broad match keywords can end up being red striped shirt, red shirt for women, for men, or whatever, doesn't matter. And it can even change the color or the keyword itself. Like red shirt can be, I don't know, let's say orange or dark red, or even shirt can be t-shirt or something else. So basically what we are seeing is that broad match can be too broad sometimes that it becomes inefficient. So sometimes we're using phrase match to fix that, right? Just because we know that sometimes broad match is just being so broad that we need to control it. So this way we are using phrase match in red shirts. And what we are seeing is that we know that Amazon is always keeping the red shirts in a phrase form and adding something before or after to that phrase. So meaning that we can see striped red shirts, we can see red shirts for men, but we cannot see red striped shirts or shirts. So with the exact match, the only variation that we can see is the plural or singular version of it. If we are targeting red shirt, it will be red shirt or red shirts. So then why we need broad modifier, right? It seems like we can target almost everything using broad, phrase, and exact. So with the broad modifier, it is some little bit different. So what we are seeing is, if we target red shirts in broad modifier, we will see that we can see red striped shirts. As you can see, it is in the between. We can see striped red shirts in the front, shirt for men red, which is like just mixed, and we can see the exact match. So what this does is basically we are telling Amazon to only target, like to only give me the search terms that only includes red and shirt in any form, in any order. So basically, again, we are telling Amazon that we want to make sure to have the words that include the search terms in any order. So we want to make sure that we have red and shirt, but we don't care what the order looks like, if there is like different nouns or different names, like whatever. We just want to make sure that we are seeing red shirt, the variations of red shirt. So again, to do that, what we need to do is like, it is a secret match type. Just because you cannot select broad modifier when you're creating a campaign. Then what you need to do is you need to select broad as you're creating a broad campaign, but you need to add your keywords like this, plus red and plus shirt. This way, this will become a broad modifier and you will add it as a broad. So don't worry about it. It's not gonna say broad modifier anywhere, but it will work, like it will act as a broad modifier, and it will only show you the keywords that are only including red and shirt. So how we can really utilize this to get a highly efficient broad modifier campaigns, right? So let's just discuss that, which is, I think, the most important part, where the money is. So let me just put myself over here. So I'll show you a keyword list, like this is actually a search term report, the consolidated version of the search term report. What this tool is doing is that it is splitting the keywords, like splitting the words from the search term report, meaning that underwear word might be available in, I don't know, like maybe hundreds of search terms. But what we are seeing over here is that this is the consolidated version of one keyword. So this doesn't mean that exact match of underwear had an impression of like 142,000. It just means that the search terms that include underwear had this many impressions, this many clicks, spent, and sales. So this way, we can actually understand our search term in a way so that we can make it more profitable. What do I mean by that? So there are two different types that we need to check. So the first one is the nouns, basically explaining what the product is. which can be called AKA the root words or root keywords. Let's say that this is like a chair. Let's say this is a gaming chair. Then the only root keywords, like a root word, would be a gaming chair or a chair or an office chair. So the root is chair. So in this one, what we are seeing is that our product, we are seeing underwear and panties. And by the way, don't mind the echoes just because this account is running on a higher echoes, even though we have like we have some super crazy high echoes, which is also something that we can see and utilize. And I will come back to that later. But we can use underwear and panties, and we can use some of those like cotton, 3x, organic, those kinds of keywords, the ones that are actually performing well for us and that is describing the product itself, to create a broad modifier campaign. What do I mean by this one? So imagine like this, as you can see, those have the lowest ACOS values, right? This one, and this one. So by just using 3 of those, let's say 3x, this is like the size, cotton, and panties, I can create a broad modifier match type, and I will always make sure that the search terms that I will have will include 3x, cotton, and underwear, and maybe even more, and in any order. So which is going to be super efficient, just because I already know that panties is working for us, 3x is working way better than the root keyword itself, just because this is more competitive. And of course, it seems like, and I know that organic is working for this product specifically. So basically we can create those kinds of campaigns and make sure that we are having those keywords rather than only targeting cotton, 3x, underwear. Let's say that I'm targeting this one in exact match, right? In broad match. Then what's going to happen is that this 3x can go away. This can be 4x for Amazon. This can be 3XL. It can be like cotton can be, I don't know, disregarded, and Amazon can only show for 3x underwear. Underwear can change into panties. So basically Amazon is making it super broad for us, and this is the way how broad works actually. This is not only for Amazon, this is also for Google match type. Like within the Google, we are also seeing broad being super broad, which is expected, which is not a bad thing. But if you want to control the account, if you want to have some sort of a ACOS control, then what we need to do is to build a report like this, find out what are the keywords that are working for us, and then build a broad modifier campaign types so that they are always efficient, no matter what. So this is the overall idea of utilizing the broad modifiers to have more efficient campaigns. And if you have any questions, you can always ask me. You will find my email down below. Let me know if you have any questions. Please subscribe and like, and I'll see you on the next one.